I'm going to teach you how chasing happiness is not the thing that's going to actually end up making you happy. I transformed my life completely within just a couple of months from a skinny, fat, degenerate gaming basement dweller to a productive bodybuilding kickboxer. And it was all through doing exactly what I'm going to teach you today. I want to tell you two stories today about my life and we'll be comparing them together. Back in, I'll have to say around 2022 February, there was this game I used to play called Destiny 2. I loved this game. I played it all the time, 24/7. And during February of 2022, a new DLC came out. There was a lot of trailers coming out about it, and I was super hyped to finally play it. I had this little gaming laptop that was like a Dell G3, G5, something like that. And I was super excited to play it. And as soon as it came out, I grinded it for hours and hours and weeks, got all the new weapons, got all the new guns, got all the new armor. I played the new bosses, the new missions, and I was gonna get all the status from all my teammates, from all my clan members. They're gonna see me playing with all these fancy new weapons. And I was just super happy for being back in the day. That was nothing more that I wish I could ever do. So then tell me why, when I went to sleep every single night during that grind session of a couple weeks, I went to sleep miserable, exhausted, unhappy, unfulfilled, depressed. Now let me tell you another story. This was November of last year. I had been kickboxing for around 6 months, 8 months at this point, and there was this big grading, I guess, class, you can call it, a big grading class where you get your little belt that signifies that, oh, you're officially graded, that you have a yellow belt. And I was finally going to get graded. It was going to be me and two of my other boys, and we were super hyped, super excited. Our coaches were hyping us up, they were training us, we were doing real hard extra sessions on the classes leading up to the grading, because they were telling us, oh, it's going to be 2-3 hours of non-stop just bags and sparring and drills. And we were super excited about it. And then finally we did our grading. We went through that torturous, monstrous, just absolute boot camp of 2-3 hours of just torture. It's literally torture. I cannot describe. There's no other perfect word in the English dictionary besides torture that could describe whatever the hell went down during that class. And I remember my shirt was literally dripping in sweat. It was completely covered because I was wearing a black shirt, right? But whenever you get a black shirt sweaty, or at least the shirt that I was wearing, it kind of became even darker black. My entire shirt was that complete darker black. It was completely drenched. So were my pants, so were my tights. I was literally dripping down sweat. It would drip down my eyes and my eyes would start stinging because the sweat from my face was dripping into my eyes. I was tired, exhausted. And then when I came home, actually we had a kickback session with the boys. We ate like a monstrous amount of food together. And then I went home. And then I finally took a shower. And then I was finally able to rest on my bed. It was exhausting. I hated every single second of that grading class. So then tell me why, when I went to sleep that night, I was super happy. Why did I go to sleep super grateful? I went to sleep super fulfilled. I was proud of myself. See, when I was playing video games all day, I loved every single second of it in the moment. I genuinely did. And I promise, if I open the same video games today and I start playing them, I'm gonna feel happy again. But when I went to sleep that exact same night, I was unfulfilled. I wasn't happy with myself. Why? When I did that Muay Thai class, that grading class for 2-3 hours straight, non-stop, barely got any breaks. And then I got home from that day. Why was I so happy and fulfilled and proud of myself, even though I hated it in the moment? It's because of the work that I put in, right? It's because I put in hard work, I dedicated myself, I put in effort, and I was proud of myself that I pushed through my fears. I pushed through what I thought I could do, right? When I'm playing video games, literally all I'm doing is sitting in my dark room, kind of like this right now, except for the lights. Hands on the keyboard, clicking away, hands on the mouse, moving away, and I was seeing a couple of pixels on my screen become different pixels on my screen. And I was being happy about that. But then when I went to sleep that night, I knew intrinsically, I knew inside my heart that I should feel guilty because I just wasted another day. I wasted another day that I could have studied. I wasted another day that I could have maybe drawn a little. Maybe I could have done anything productive or go on a walk. But no, I decided to play video games and I wasn't proud of myself. That's why I went to sleep sad that night. Which is wild, right? Because I was chasing that happiness, I was chasing that good feeling. But then afterwards, it just left me even more miserable than before I was chasing that happy feeling. I chased that happy feeling and it ended up worse. But then in the opposite end, with the Muay Thai class, I did the really hard session. I did not want to be there. I wanted to go home early. I wished that there was a meteor that struck my dojo so that we could stop the class early. But then when I went to sleep that exact same night, I was super happy. I was proud of myself because of the hard work that I put in. In the moment, I hated myself. In the moment, I did not want to be there, even though I was kind of excited about it, that I was finally going to get graded. I was going to get my yellow pages. I didn't want to be there in the moment. I wasn't chasing happiness, and yet I ended up becoming even happier than when I started the Muay Thai class. For the longest time of my life, I thought that if I wanted to be happy, I wanted to be proud of myself, I'm just going to chase things that make me happy, which it makes sense, right? It's so innocent. It's not even something you think to debate. Like, if I want to be happy, I'm going to chase things that make me happy. But in reality, if you're a young man, you should be chasing things that are hard, that you don't want to do, that make you uncomfortable. Because you know in the end, you're going to be proud that you pushed yourself through that. You were able to endure the hardships that came with whatever it was you were trying to pursue. And funnily enough, you chasing that hardship gets you the happiness you were longing for in the end. So instead of chasing happiness, which is not even going to make you happy in the end, chase hard work. Do studying that will get you good grades, the best grades in your class. Do a really hard Muay Thai class, do a grading session, do something that's physically demanding. Don't skip a gym session for like a couple weeks, a couple months. You go every single gym session and you started to finally see sizes. You started to finally get strong. Work hard on your career so that you climb up the ladder and you become the top person in your industry. It doesn't even have to be like real big ambitious stuff. I know that if I want to be happy, if I want to feel proud of myself, what I'll do is I'll pick up my pen, I'll pick up my drawing pad, and I'll draw something that I don't really feel comfortable drawing. I'll draw something that I'll pick a reference on Pinterest, right? And I'll see references which, oh, I know I can draw them easily. I don't draw those, but I draw the things that I think I think I can draw it, but I'm not too sure. I can maybe draw it, but it might take a couple tries. Or I don't think I can draw this at all. This is really complicated. There's a lot of weird shapes. There's a lot of like complicated shading, complicated lighting. Like, how am I going to imitate this? I know that if I do those references and I draw against those references, I'm going to be proud of myself. That is what is going to end up making me happy. This is funny, right? Because you wanted to pursue happiness. You wanted to be happier. That's why you clicked on this video. I'm teaching you, don't pursue happiness. Pursue hard work. Because that's what, as a young man, is going to make you proud of yourself in the end. And it's going to end up making you richer. You're going to be able to help your family out whenever any financial trouble comes in your way. You'll be stronger. You'll be disciplined. And you'll actually end up getting the happiness you wanted in the end. These are nice bonuses almost. You just end up becoming happier, but then also, wow, I'm big and strong. Wow, I'm getting into the university and doing the degree that I wanted. Oh wow, now all of a sudden I'm the boss. I used to be the little sales executive or the little sales rep. Now I'm the business manager, the sales manager. It's not the easy answer that you were looking for, right? I could have given you like something super simple, like go on a 10-minute walk. Or do some grounding, like take your shoes off and walk in the grass for 10 minutes in your backyard. But the real thing that's going to make you genuinely happy is just forgetting about happiness and just focusing on greatness, and then happiness will just come as a result of it. So just do that.